Confessions have the ability to change everything. Whether they are filled with love, regret, or hidden truths, once words are spoken and the truth is revealed, there is no going back. There is a confession someone has made about you, one that will reshape the way you see them, and perhaps even how you see yourself. It is a truth that's been held in secret for too long, but now it has come to light. What did this person confess about you? What impact will it have on your life, your relationships, and your future? Once you hear it, you will never be the same. The following message will take you on a journey through understanding this confession, preparing you emotionally for its effects, and finding clarity in its meaning. By the end of this, you will have a deeper understanding of how this revelation will affect you, both emotionally and spiritually, and why it's important to embrace this truth, even if it's difficult to hear. Chapter 1: The Weight of a Hidden Truth. 1.1 The Burden of Secrets. For some time now, this person has been carrying a heavy secret about you. It could have been something they've wanted to share for months or even years, but the time never seemed right. Perhaps they were scared of the consequences, worried about how it might affect your relationship or how you would react. Secrets are heavy. They weigh on the soul of the person holding them and create an invisible barrier between them and the truth. The breaking point: at some point, the weight of this secret became unbearable. They could no longer keep it hidden, and they reached their breaking point. It was then that the confession came out, and now that the truth is known, the impact on both of you is inevitable. 1.2 What is the nature of this confession? The nature of this confession could be many things: a declaration of love, an admission of guilt, a revelation of jealousy or regret. It is important to understand that, whatever the confession may be, it was spoken because this person could no longer keep it bottled up inside. They needed to tell you, and now that they have, both of your lives will be changed forever. Love, regret, or betrayal. Think back to your relationship with this person. Have there been moments of tension, unspoken words, or signs that something deeper was at play? The confession could be something as powerful as a hidden love they've harbored for you, or it could be an apology for something they've done that hurt you. No matter what it is, this truth has the power to shift everything. Chapter 2: The Emotional Impact. 2.1 The initial shock. When you first hear the confession, it's natural to feel shocked. Even if you had an idea that something was brewing beneath the surface. Hearing the words spoken out loud can still catch you off guard. The sudden realization that this person has been holding something back, something about you, can bring a mix of emotions. Allowing yourself to feel. Don't be afraid of your emotions. Whether you feel hurt, anger, confusion, or even relief, these are valid reactions. The confession is likely to stir up feelings you didn't expect, and it's important to allow yourself the space to process everything without judgment. Your feelings are your own, and there is no right or wrong way to react. 2.2 How this changes your perspective. Once the shock fades, you may begin to see everything in a new light. The confession will likely change how you view this person, your relationship with them, and even how you view yourself. This new truth may bring clarity or cause more questions to arise, but one thing is certain: after hearing this confession, things will never be the same. Understanding the bigger picture, while the initial reaction to a confession can be emotional, take time to reflect on what this truth reveals about the bigger picture. Why did they confess now? What does this say about their character, and what does it reveal about your relationship? You may find that this confession, though shocky, brings you closer to understanding yourself and your place in their life. Chapter 3, Rebuilding Trust, or Letting Go. 3.1 Reassessing the relationship. After a confession, it's natural to reassess the relationship. Whether this confession strengthens your bond or creates distance, you will need to evaluate how you want to move forward. If the confession was one of love or regret, it might open the door to healing and reconciliation. If it was one of betrayal or hidden motives, it could mean it's time to rethink the relationship entirely. The path forward. Ask yourself these key questions. Can trust be rebuilt? Do you feel ready to forgive, or does the confession reveal an irreparable rift? Trust is a fragile thing, but it can be rebuilt if both parties are willing to put in the effort. On the other hand, some truths are too difficult to move past, and it's okay to let go if that's what feels right. 3.2 Healing through forgiveness. If the confession was painful to hear, forgiveness might be a necessary step toward healing. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or condoning the behavior. It means releasing yourself from the burden of holding on to resentment. Forgiveness is as much for your own peace as it is for the person who confessed. Finding peace in forgiveness. Forgiving someone who has hurt you is not an easy process, but it can be incredibly freeing. When you let go of the anger or disappointment, you create space for healing, growth, and new possibilities. Consider whether forgiveness is something you can offer, not for them, but for yourself. Chapter 4, Embracing Change. 4.1 Adapting to a new reality. With this confession out in the open, your life is going to change. How you respond to this change is up to you. Whether it brings you closer to this person or drives you apart, the important thing is to embrace the new reality with grace and strength. Seeing the world differently. Sometimes, the truths we learn about ourselves through others can be difficult to accept. But every confession is an opportunity for growth. Whether it's learning more about how others perceive you, or understanding more deeply the emotions that others have been carrying, you will come out of this experience with a deeper sense of self-awareness. 4.2 Finding clarity in the confession. In time, the initial shock of the confession will fade, and you'll begin to find clarity. You'll see the situation for what it truly is, and with that clarity, you'll be able to make decisions about how to move forward in your life and relationships. This is the turning point where you start to understand the lessons hidden within the confession. What has this taught you? Take a moment to reflect on what this confession has taught you. What have you learned about yourself? What have you learned about the person who made the confession? What have you learned about love, trust, or vulnerability? These insights will guide you as you move forward into this new chapter of your life. Chapter 5, The Unexpected Gift of Truth. 5.1 Why the truth is liberating. Even though the confession may have been painful, it's important to recognize that truth is a gift. Living in a world of half-truths and hidden emotions can create confusion and insecurity, but now that the truth has come to light, you are free to make decisions based on reality rather than speculation. The freedom to move forward, the truth, no matter how difficult it may be, gives you the power to move forward with clarity. You now have the knowledge you need to make informed decisions about your relationships, your future, and your emotional well-being. With the truth revealed, you are no longer in the dark. 5.2 Embracing the new you. After learning this truth, you will be changed. You may find that you are stronger, wiser, and more aware of who you are and what you want out of life. This person's confession has given you the opportunity to grow, and in that growth, you will find a new version of yourself that is more resilient and empowered. A new chapter begins. You are not the same person you were before this confession, and that's a good thing. Embrace the new chapter that is unfolding in your life. Whether it's a deeper connection with this person or the freedom to move on without them, you are stepping into a future where the truth reigns, and where you are fully in control of your own destiny. Conclusion: the confession that changed everything. This confession was more than just words, it was a turning point. The person who shared this truth with you has, knowingly or unknowingly, given you a gift. You now have a deeper understanding of your relationship, of yourself, and of the possibilities that lie ahead. You will never be the same after hearing what they confessed, and that's okay. Change, growth, and transformation are part of life's journey. Whether this confession brings you closer to this person or sets you free to explore new paths, embrace the new reality with courage and grace. The truth has set you free, now it's up to you to decide where to go from here.